State champions. Coach, congratulations on a tremendous season. Great game tonight. If you would just start us off with your thoughts about what you saw from your boys.
Yeah, I mean, I think tonight was just typical really of the last few weeks and most of our season, to be honest with you. Just finding a way. I don't think we played our best, but Clayton had a lot to do with that. They played really hard, played well. And, you saw throughout the game, Caden Cato's playing probably about 70% max. Michael Williams has been banged up. He missed some of the playoffs, and so he's out there doing his best. Obviously, he was without Ty Shoemake tonight. Kashubara hit him on rights, playing injured. Faizon's, just got back a few weeks ago, so, he's still kind of getting back into the groove. And so I think it's really just kind of the story of our season. Just our guys plugging along, finding a way, battling, doing whatever it takes, and just guys picking each other up, and multiple guys making plays and doing things for us at key times. So really proud of them. Just a gutty, hard-fought win, and that's what it's about. It's just finding a way to get it done, and these guys did it again tonight.
Good. Coach, I know you've got a couple of your valued seniors next to you, and this senior class, I mean, the 2 state championships and Faizon 2 MVPs here, and Kashubara, obviously a big legacy on that offensive line. I mean, just what would you like to say in terms of the legacy of this group and, what they leave behind here?
Yeah, I mean, it's a special group. We talked a lot about when they came in here as freshmen, and kind of our first time together in the gym there when they were all coming in for the first time. But, they've done a lot of special things in our program, that's for sure. And I think, this season here is just kind of indicative of, what they've been about, and that's kind of playing for one another, being there for each other, stepping up when I'm struggling. And I can really say those 22 seniors, they really are like brothers. And tonight, like I said, things on the field at times got a little chippy, and you saw our guys kind of like standing up for one another. And that's kind of what we're about. And like I said, it's a special group, and I think they've left a tremendous legacy at Grimsley High School and in the city of Greensboro.
For the players, it's obviously a privilege to know when you're playing your last game, right? When you're making the state championship senior year, you're playing your last game. Did it ever hit you at any point tonight that it was your last time out there, and did it just kind of make you a little bit extra more tonight?
Yeah, I'd definitely say it definitely hit me kind of before the game, and the feeling I got was just trying to give it everything I got, go out there and lay it all on the line. Because, the last high school game I have, that was the biggest thing that I felt whenever I came to realization of it being my last high school game, was just giving everything I got.
Faizon, it's been a bit of a roller coaster ride for these last 3 seasons. Kind of talk a bit about that journey from about 2023 to now.
It's been I'll say a fun journey. I've made a lot of friends. Those guys are like my brothers. I would just say everything that I went through, all the moments, just looking back at it, every moment really meant a lot to me, in my high school career. And I'd like to thank all my teammates for, just being there for me during my whole high school career. And I wouldn't ask to be with any other team.
Coach, of all the years that maybe there would have been a diversion from a championship run, this was it. You lose Faizon second week of the year, but you don't miss a stride, you don't miss a step. Can you describe the experience of seeing this evolve in, like, we're still rolling, nothing's gotten our way, and nothing appears to be in our way?
Yeah, man, I mean, it's not always pretty. Tonight wasn't pretty, but the guys got the job done. And some of you have seen us play quite a bit through the years, and this year, losing him at the end of that West Charlotte game, week 1, and not really knowing that until we came back about Monday or Tuesday, I guess, of that next week. And then just seeing, like I said, our team rally around each other. Brody Lowe had a phenomenal season. The guys around him, our offensive line, that senior receiving core, elevated their game. And then as the season went along, a defense that was depleted with a bunch of seniors that graduated up front just kept getting better and better and better, and to where we get to the end of the year And now we have offensive guys that are going down with multiple injuries, and now they're playing their best football. And really, that's our program. I mean, it's not about one guy. I mean, it's about all of them doing something special. And you see how much it means to him. And I'll use him as an example when he goes out and everybody that thinks they know says, you shouldn't come back. I got phone calls saying he'd already moved to Tennessee. I thought that was funny because he's in my office when I got that call. And everything else, like he's done, he's not playing at Grimsley High School anymore. And he does everything within his power to get himself back to be a part of this run with his teammates. And I mean, he could have said, I'm good. I've already won a state championship. I've done all this stuff. But that's just an example. And all these guys, Nick, messes his knee up a few weeks ago. I mean, I could say I'm good, but he fights and just fights to find a way to get back. Spent the last 2 weeks not even practicing. I couldn't practice, but he's gutting it up every Friday night, So, I mean, it just speaks volumes of our program and the kind of kids we got in it and their belief in one another. And playing at Grimsley football means something. It matters. Playing high school football, and it's anywhere, playing varsity high school football for anybody listening, it means something. It matters. So that's important. And a lot of times everybody wants to speed stuff up and look ahead. But that school you're at and your teammates you're with and the coaches you play for, that matters. That's important. And you can see that it means something to our kids.
Coach, in the third quarter, they had 3 straight possessions where you guys forced turnovers. How big was that as far as switching the momentum and kind of getting things going your way?
Yeah, no, it was huge. I mean, obviously we were kind of reeling a little bit on offense. So, again, it's just, the turnovers in any game are big. And our defense had a couple of huge ones there, especially the interception return by Micah Yan to get us on the board. I mean, that was a big-time play. But the last few weeks, our defense have been as good as anybody in the state of North Carolina, I think. And it's just, again, another collective effort over there. There's no, one name. You just see a bunch of guys making plays. And credit to our staff and those kids for buying in and believing.
Mr. Brandon, I know early on they had the 3 and out and then didn't score the second drive, and then the drive with the touchdown to Cooper there. What was going through your mind in terms of, facing that initial adversity and then overcoming with that touchdown drive to get back in the game?
Well, I know it wasn't going to be easy, the state championship game, but I feel like we just had to get into our groove. And then once we got into our groove, we were able to start making plays and, just being us, I would say. So just trying to get into our groove and play our game.
For you, what did it mean? I know Coach talked about it a good bit there, but being injured, coming back, and then capturing the title, being an MVP, a rare accomplishment, being a 2-time MVP, and helping this team win another championship.
It meant a lot, and I like to thank all my teammates for helping me along the way, getting back. The first week back, it was a hard week of practice. We did it best on best of lives. I like to thank the defense for making it hard, so the game would be easy. I would just like to thank my teammates for that one.
Coach Brown, 31 straight back-to-back state championships. Talk a little bit about what goes in to make all of it. What goes in to make it all of that happen?
Just not being satisfied and staying hungry and just having these guys understand they earn everything that they get. Nothing's given to them. They earn tonight. They earn the win. I think we earn everything. You earn the right to play here. This guy didn't play as a freshman, and everybody thinks they're supposed to go and be a starter as a freshman nowadays at their varsity high school. He earned it. Nick Kashubara earned it. Our players earn it every day. They earn it in the weight room. They earn it in the off season. They earn it at practice. They earn the right to be on the field for us. And I think the fact that they have to do that just makes them, hungry to continue to have success and not be satisfied. They know that if they're not doing what they're supposed to do, they're not going to play. And these guys, like I said, they buy in, they work, and we treat every week the same. We don't treat any different. We practice week 4 like it was state championship week. So we treat them all the same.
Coach, I know before this game, the Comets had only been held under 20 points twice. this defense was able to hold them again. I mean, what was the biggest key in terms of the defense, and what was the strategy, the game plan, and what this defense did effectively tonight?
Well, the strategy was stop the smallest kid, and we didn't do that on the first drive. So, but I think we settled in after that, played really good. In the rest of the night, created turnovers as we talked about earlier. That's huge. 3 turnovers were massive there in the second half. And other than that, that one score they got there early in the fourth quarter, where I thought we kind of had him in the backfield there and missed a couple of tackles, and he got loose. He's a special player, but it's just a collective effort again. A lot of guys making plays, making tackles. Cassie Barnes had a big night. Andrew Rogers was playing really well until he got injured. Jaden Wardlaw shows up again multiple times. Kyrie Milner and Drew Searles, who've played a ton of snaps for us at linebacker, our senior leaders, had big nights. So it's just, again, a collective effort with all those guys. We got a good question here for Kashubara for sure now.
Nick, what are you going to take most from this group, maybe off the field, just kind of being with these guys, for all the hours you're with them for 4 years? What do you want to take with you?
The grind of the brotherhood is going to stay with me forever. I made lifelong friends. The right guard that I played with last year, I call him before every single game. I think that just shows what Grimsley football's about. It's a brotherhood that you're going to know for life. Guys talk about all the time, like, these guys are going to be at my wedding. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love these guys with all my heart. And I think that helps in these kind of scenarios, because when you get in these kind of games where you're going to face adversity, where you're going to face some penalties, when you're going to face being down to start. When you got brothers that you love and you're willing to die for out there, it's easier to bounce back. It's easier to get through adversity. And when we get in the locker room at halftime and we know we got to turn up, everyone knows we're on the same page because we love each other and we've fought all winter, all spring, and all summer together. And it's just, it's a brotherhood I'm going to take with me forever.
Nick, how's the knee feeling, and what was that experience like for you out there today?
I feel like 1,000,000% right now, man. That's better than 100%. I like to focus on the positive, and this is what really football's about. It's about playing through injury. There's been great players ahead of me that have played through way worse than me, so I'm no better than those guys to battle through injury. And Faizon's big proof of that, coming back. Like Coach said, he had every ounce to say I wasn't going to come back. This brotherhood, loving these guys, wanting to come out and play for one another, that's just special.
For Faizon and Nick, I spoke to Coach before your guys' game tonight, and he said through the whole year how impressed he's been with this senior class and how much of a leadership that you guys bring to this group. I'm just curious, as your last game getting to wear this Whirly jersey, how you're feeling as senior kids.
I would say it's a lot of emotions, but I would say very glad to end it the right way. And I'm just very proud of all my teammates and stuff like that, all the seniors. I'm glad we're able to go out with a state championship. That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah, I feel very blessed. I just want to give all glory to God, because without him, none of us would be here. And with his plan, I was able to follow. We were able to follow through. And it's beyond special. Me and Faizon have been very blessed to 3 out of our 4 years been a state championship. That is something special that's not normal. I know at Grimsley we work to make it normal, but that's not normal. I feel beyond blessed, and these memories are gonna stick with me forever.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. Congratulations on
Thank
the
you.